For the 7th time in the last decade, the NASCAR Winston Cup Series christens a brand new racetrack. Sold-out crowd of 75,000 been packing into this speedway since dawn this morning, and they're all on their feet now for the inaugural NASCAR Winston Cup Series green flag as we're set to go, bringing the field down to the green, Todd Bodine and Jimmy Spencer. Trouble. Andy Houston doesn't go in the middle of the field. Everybody avoids him. Kevin Harvick takes the inaugural Tropicana 400 at Chicagoland. Robert Presley gets a career best finish with a second place run. Rudd gets third, Dale Jarrett fourth, while Jeff Gordon is going to finish in 17th place. And the victory celebration is on for the Richard Childress racing team.
You can imagine the atmosphere down here. Kevin Harvick climbing out of his Goodwrench Chevrolet, and he will celebrate in big-time fashion.
Now, if I'm in the 92 car, I'm telling my spotter, get these guys out of the way. I want to pass them either high or low.
To the outside of McLaughlin.
What was that?
Hit your marks, bud.
Saw some smoke back there from somewhere. Did the 02 run in the back of the 18? Yes, he ran in the back of the 18.
Yep.
With a left front fender.
Wow. Game over.
Game over.
For Ryan Newman. Pressure's off Jimmie Johnson.
Clear all around. Just hit your marks.
25-year-old Jimmie Johnson, in his 58th NASCAR Busch Series start, will take the first ever checkered flag at Chicagoland Speedway.
That's right. You are a man. You are a man.
Jimmie Johnson's victory, very popular with the fans in the stands, but very special for a father. Gary, can you describe your emotions?
This is the hardest thing in racing we've ever done. This is not easy to win one of these Busch races. This is just unbelievable. I just wish the rest of the family could be here. I know my wife's tore the couch apart by now.
You were trying to talk to him on the radio when he's doing donuts in the grass. What were you trying to tell him?
Burn it up! He likes donuts.
Jimmy, he's going to get a hug first. How about that from his crew chief, Tony Liberati? And a great call that was. Come on out, Jimmy. Jimmy, celebrate this win. Oh, no, Tony's going to get on top of the car. They're both going to get up there together. And how appropriate after the call that Tony Liberati made that he gets up on top of the car as well. As Gatorade flies everywhere. Let's get him down from up there. Jump on down here. First of all, tell us about that. Oh, there he is. Big hug from Dad.
Earnhardt Jr. has struggled all season and has struggled really on these mile-and-a-half type tracks. His last win came in Phoenix of November last year, 20 races ago. Earnhardt Jr. took 2 tires under the most recent caution. Matt Kenseth in the 17 took 4.
But as Steve Mill talked about, see, the crew chiefs, when they make the decisions, they know what kind of cars they have. The 8 car, heavy downforce car, it's going to run much better out in clean air than it does back in traffic. And he's got him out in front. It looks like he was correct. The last time, Kenseth a little bit faster, about 0.2 of a second faster than Junior.
Down the backstretch for the final time.
Clear by 8. You're in good shape.
Exaggerated on 8, but it's enough.
Through 3 and 4, Dale Earnhardt Jr. has struggled all season, but today, the Grade 8 goes back to victory lane. Earnhardt wins at Chicago.
Now he's not happy.
No, he's not bit happy. No, not happy at all.
These guys did a good job today. They worked on that car all day long. Got it right.
This is a long time coming, man. It's real emotional.
What are the emotions as you think about being back in victory lane after what this team has gone through this season?
More than I can handle right now. I mean, for these guys, Man, all the darts that they've got thrown at them this year. It's just awesome. I can't explain it, man. I mean, it's just great. We're just real happy.
He asked Ricky Craven to look at it as there's all kinds of stuff going on. Kevin Harvick very low on the racetrack and down on the apron, guys.
Oh, can he save it? Oh, he's still out of shape. No, yeah, he goes finally. He wrecked for a mile, but he finally made it.
Oh, behind him, too. Kevin Harvick started well back in the field. 32nd place, he took the green flag.
I think the cat's out of the bag. We know his nickname now, BP. It's Cupcakes.
Harvick was on no one's lip as a pre-race favorite to win this thing. This is certainly a surprise.
He was on his list.
Yeah, that's true, Bill. We heard from him there a minute ago. But he's come from well deep in the field. The team has played their strategy perfectly. The fuel is going to hold up, and Kevin Harvick is going to come to the start-finish line and take the checkered flag. His third Winston Cup win. He wins the Tropicana 400 for a second straight year.
You guys are the crap, man. Way to go, guys.
Only one Winston Cup driver has won both races here. Kevin Harvick, you're supposed to be in victory lane. What happened?
We ran out of gas, man.
Imagine that.
That's timing it perfect, but we'll have to save the good donuts for next time. We got one good one in.
And now, without further ado, the words you've been waiting to hear all weekend, and the words I've been waiting to say my whole life. Gentlemen, start your engines!
Hey, Tony, Dale Jarrett, you have a copy?
Yeah, ma'am.
Do you think Chicago is the perfect place to start off this year's chase since you've won here twice?
Well, only if we win here a third time.
12 drivers looking to take the first step in the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. Green flag at Chicagoland. Stewart started back in 26th position. Right now, he's up there in 12th.
Yeah, the car's starting to work a little better. They made good adjustments on both the first and second stops that have helped Tony Stewart's race car.
Watch that 48 car. I thought he was going to hunt a little three-wide action there for a second.
Yeah, watch his 14. Let's see if he's going to go after this lead. He got aggressive that last restart.
Stewart outside in the 14. Kenseth low in the 17 with a bobble. And Stewart's going to go out front.
Stewart said, I can drive like that too.
Great job, bud.
Matt Kenseth, Jimmie Johnson, all slowing out of gas. Tony Stewart, the fuel holds up. Tony Stewart opens the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup with his first win of the season.
And it was a big, big win for this team. They have been so close throughout the course of this season and hadn't been able to get to victory lane, but today they do it. Tony Stewart has now won a race for the 13th consecutive season.
These guys win #1 in the playoffs in back-to-back years. They get the win here at Chicagoland. That's the way to start the playoffs, isn't it, Rick?
And it absolutely puts things in perspective as Martin Truex Jr. gets slimed. Kevin not happy at all with the way it went down, and so they're going to discuss it. And maybe a little more than discussion.
You see, this sport's full of emotions, you know. Kevin Harvick feels like he was done wrong, and he wants to express his displeasure with Jimmie. These two have worked really closely together, you know, making their cars faster, but you can see Kevin's not happy with Jimmie.
That's what the playoffs do. Kevin Harvick wants to win a championship. He came here with a car that he thought he could win the championship. He said in his interview he felt he stayed his ground. Jimmie Johnson felt like he needed to come up. They obviously disagreed about what happened on the racetrack. Looked like they planned to talk it out. Kevin was not in the mood to talk, and you have to ask, Stewart-Haas Racing and Hendrick Motorsports have that alliance. What will this do to that alliance? Will this make the tension between the two companies moving through the playoffs?
Oh, trouble! Just as we come back to Chicagoland, that's the race leader, Kasey Kahne. He took fuel only on the restart, and he's got company in the big pile.
Wait a minute, we'll see.
But you know what? What caused that? You got a guy that's not on the track.
Wow.
BP, there's a big fight in the 20 pit. Tommy Baldwin, a number of the Dodge guys came down to talk to the 20 crew members. NASCAR officials do have Tommy Baldwin. They are trying to break this up. Huge altercation down here in the 20 pit, guys.
Man.
I hope this weather holds out because I think we got a good shot to start either first or second, which we would anyway. So I got ran over.
Streamy just about ran over all of us.
But no, like I was saying, we can start in the top 3. That'd be fine.
Look at turn.
The word dramatic comes from his car owner, Ricky Hendrick, who said it's going to be a dramatic change in the weather. I think he's right.
Look what's chasing.
Right.
Just when you think you've seen it all.
Let's cover up.
Look what's chasing Todd Szegedy around the racetrack.
I wonder what was going through Todd's mind when he looked up and saw that big orange thing coming at him.
Look at that.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this happen before.
Well, now I know what Joliet, Jake, and Elle would have been up to.
Now, Todd did get his first lap in at a 30.68, which puts him 15th quickest.
If I were him, I'd ask for a do-over.
I believe I would too.
Well, but he came out almost in front of him.
This looks like it's going to complete a lap, guys.
Hey, it looks like the geniuses in the PR department have thought of a new way to get their product on camera.
Is it going to miss the timing lights? Yes.
We didn't get a time on it, though.
Busch, and here comes Larson. Larson to the bottom of the track.
Slide job.
Trying to take the lead away.
Slide job. Almost.
The momentum. The 18. They make contact. The 18 into the wall. They're side by side again. Going into 3 for the lead. Larson has the advantage. Here comes the 18. He puts the bumper to the back of him. The 18 into the wall. The 42 sideways.
Where's Harvick?
Here comes the 18. Kyle Busch will win.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my man. What a race. What a great race.
That's what it means to win in the Monster Energy Cup Series.
Never give up, guys. Never give up.
Look at the thumbs up, though. Look at the thumbs up.
Respect.
Yes.
I'd love to see that harder racing and a thumbs up from the guy who didn't go to victory lane.
Absolutely.
Kyle Busch wins in the Monster Energy Cup Series for the 5th time this year. Look at the right front tire's going to come off. The crowd went wild on the last lap.
We went wild.
Can he even do a burnout? The right front tire's not even on the car. He parks it right on the start-finish line. Kyle Busch.
Larson tried to pull a slider, didn't quite complete it. Slid up into me, used me. And then I kind of used him as a little bit of a break getting into 3 and was able to come back for the victory, you know. I don't know what y'all are whining about, but if you don't like that kind of racing, don't even watch.